Good evening, and welcome back to Sam's Rant. If you're new, take a seat, grab some snacks, have a drink, enjoy. If you're returning, the previous order plus more. First of all, let's congratulate Man United for getting through to the finals of the Carabao Cup. It's our first chance at silverware in what, 10 years? Obviously, bar the Europa with Josie, but hey man, we haven't looked this promising in a very long while, so we're very chuffed. We're very chuffed. I know it's not a very important league, but what ETH is doing is it's phenomenal. I mean, if you look at everything he's had to go through. I mean, let's name it, right? Ronaldo, the worst Man United club that I guess what picked up the worst tally ever. He had to deal with Jadon Sancho having to go through his own personal stuff, taking off for 3 months. He had to go through selling the club. And now he has to go through Mason Greenwood, which is kind of the purpose of this video today, because that's what I wanted to react to more than anything. But let's congratulate the team. The team played well. I'm not going to do the whole play ratings things again. I'll let you know when I decide to do like a full match review. But congratulations to Anthony coming back on and scoring a goal. Fred scored a goal as well. Casemiro was just different gravy during that game against Nottingham Forest. And jeez, what else can you expect? He literally said, he was like, no, I see Man United. I'm going to go there and impose myself. I'm going to go there and show them my characters and my strengths. And now we signed Marcel Sabitzer, which is literally the most ideal replacement for Eriksen. And I just really hope and pray that he comes on and does Acha. You know, the one that makes your crop stink? That Acha. Yeah. But now, to the doom and gloom. Let's talk about Mason Greenwood. So, Mason Greenwood, discussed as the generational talent that we had, wore Giggs's number as the number 11. Arguably one of the greatest centre forwards that could have been. Either foot, left or right, he was sensational. However, the video evidence that was put out by his girlfriend at the time was shocking, to say the least. It was abhorrent, to say the least. And I don't mean to make a stance or make a claim or take a position in the matter, but I do want to give my opinion on the matter. And it hurts me to do this because in the same breath of how I want to say that I do want to drop kick him because I have a baby sister, I have an older sister, it's just... But in the same breath, I'd also want to say I do believe in rehabilitation and people having second chances because I'm not perfect myself. You know, I'm not the greatest human being that exists in the world. But as a public figure, I feel like there's somewhere we need to draw the line. And this is where it now gets a little bit intricate and tricky. This is where the generational talent becomes the most hated player on the pitch. Now, I'm not gonna say he's innocent just because the court or the Metropolitan or Manchester could not find him guilty. In the same breath, I'm also not gonna say that he is guilty because they couldn't find the evidence. If the key witness, as we were told, decided to pull out, I think we kind of all know who the key witness is. If said person decides to pull out and they make their own arrangements, then fantastic. That's their thing. However, the videos that we saw, the audio that we heard, it's out in the public now. We already know what's Hakwan. And having seen that, I will not lie to you, I'm not only embarrassed but disgusted. I'm disappointed because we called him generational talent. That's what we called him. And if that was all a lie, then someone needs to come out and explain why. But based on what we've seen, I'm sorry. I can't see a way back for the boy. He had a career that was going to skyrocket. And I mean, look, if I had a daughter, I don't know how fathers feel, or like me with, siblings that are female, like how you would feel if you were to hear the story about it being your sister. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. And I wanted to make this it's not really like a rant per se, but just give you guys my idea of where I stand on the matter. Personally, I feel like Mason Greenwood should have his contract terminated. I heard he was paid about maybe 75K every month. That's like what? Because he's got 2 years left in his contract. That's like roughly 35. It's about 10 mil in that overall 2 years. I believe that Man United should just rather pay the man the remainder of his contract, say Twaha, feel free, dollar what you must, and leave him be. Because we are Brand FC, we're very concerned about how the sponsors will feel, his fellow teammates will feel, you know, his family will feel, how he will feel. What if he doesn't want to come back to one of the greatest clubs in the world and have to be booed at every other stadium because of something that he was either guilty or not guilty of? There'll always be the doubt. And I think that's not fair. That's not fair on us as the club. It's not fair on him as a human being. It's not fair on her as the victim. Any way you look at it, it's not fair. So I feel like the only way to approach this is to try to nip it in the bud, right? Fantastic. So I suggest Man United as a football club, Mason Greenwood as an athlete, and Jesus Christ, I don't know her name. Sorry. I don't know her name, but y'all need to come to an agreement holistically. But personally, for me, because I only care about Man United as a club, because that's why I'm here. That's why I'm supporting the Reds, the Red Devils. That's why I'm here. One of our generational talents decided to do a fucked up thing that he wasn't proven guilty or not guilty for, but the evidence that was uploaded by the victim is out there. You can go find that video and watch it. You can hear those voice recordings and hear them. You decide what you think is the right way to go. But me personally, I just felt like I had to say, hey, Mason, if you ever get to see this video, I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry. I would much rather Man United terminate his contract, pay him whatever he's owed, and let him be free. If we want to keep him on loan, send him away from England, because I can guarantee you this is going to divide fan bases. This is going to have people that are saying innocent until proven guilty and he has a second chance to prove himself. And then it's going to divide itself onto, we already saw what happened. We already saw and heard what happened. And I'm sorry, anyone who's got a daughter or a sister is going to be like, that's pretty fucking fucked up, and disagree and won't want this person to wear the Man United shirt anymore. So what does Mason do? What does he do? It's horrific, it's sad, I'm not gonna lie. I personally am just barely digesting it, because we are in a season where we are finally picking up some kind of trajectory that is Solskjaer got us to second place, mind you, to a Europa League final, mind you. However, we have ETH making us play the best brand of football we've seen since Sir Alex left. We've got people like Casemiro, Anthony, Garnacho, Rashford in the form of his life, Martinez, Varane, Dave, who's fucking saving. Do you think that these same players will just sit there and be like, yeah, no, sure, Mason, welcome back? We don't know. We honestly don't know. We don't know what their relationships are. We don't know how they feel. And in the same breath, we don't know how Mason feels. Because I have a bit of a hunch that Mason doesn't want to be in England right now. I don't think he does. So then where do we put ourselves? Do we abide by their law and say innocent until proven guilty, which I guess is the law? That is the law. We can't fight that. If we believe the controversial aspect of that and say, okay, it took what? About 14, 15 months for them to come to this resolution? And for them to then say charges were dropped? I mean, come on. We live in a world where money rules everything, right? If I'm Mason Greenwood and I just pay off the victim, charges get dropped, I get off scot-free, does that make me innocent? I mean, I'm gonna use my dad as the best example. And Chris, I am terribly sorry because I know you were never charged, nothing was proven, but it's kind of the same WhatsApp group. Benjamin Mendy, Eve Basuma, Thomas Partey, and I'm sorry for naming the players as they are, but football can't transcend humanity. That's fucked up. That is fucked up because there are victims there or there are innocent men there. We'll never really know the truth. We never will. But I feel like the best thing to do would just be to separate and part ways. Let him go deal with his own life and redeem himself. The same breath, let them go out and about and redeem themselves. Because again, they also weren't charged and proved guilty. I don't mean to badmouth and put them in the same WhatsApp group because Mason Greenwood's case is different because she spoke out before going to the police. Whereas a lot of the previous victims, if you will, went to the police straight and then the evidence surfaced. Look, I'm not trying to be biased here or justify any acts. We honestly don't know, and it's not my part to say. But if human beings are being hurt by other human beings, I feel like something has to give. And that is my stance. So, to you, listener or viewer, I'm not saying someone is innocent or guilty. Neither am I saying that the aforementioned are innocent or guilty. I'm no professional. I'm just someone with an opinion. I just don't like to see this. But for the current topic at hand being Mason Greenwood and Man United, the team I love and one of our best prospects, I personally believe, just because of how it all unfolded and surfaced, Mason, the evidence was mounting. And again, I'm a police officer. If she decided she's not going to press the charges, then fantastic for you. But we saw, and I'm probably going to get cancelled for this video, but I feel like I had to get my points across. The best solution for me, have Man United pay you out the duration of your contract, and then you go and redeem yourself as a character if you are guilty of the act, which, I mean, to everyone's opinion, I probably shouldn't have made this video. But it's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking because now we don't know the facts, and as long as we don't know the facts, we can't give honest opinions. As it stands, we're all speculating, and I'm speculating too. Just go rebuild your life. Let her rebuild her life. And let ETH continue to do what he wants to do. It's not my proudest moment, it's not my proudest video. But I had to get this one off my chest as well. I can only wish you the best, Mason. I can only wish her the best as well. And I can only wish the club the best. Again, I'm probably going to regret this, but Sam signing out.